So welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys had a great day. This is our closing session for our virtual conference. So thank you all for spending your Saturday with us. I hope everybody navigated and got to check out some interesting workshops today. I am going to give some last, again, just some final housekeeping reminders and just information for the conference. One is, again, please remember that Padlet. If there was any final closing comments you want to share, or parking lot ideas, or anything final that you want us to know, in a follow-up email from us, that's also going to be our final conference evaluation. So again, please utilize that Padlet if you want to save that link. We'll also send it out again in some follow-up emails, but we will be using that Padlet as a conference catch-all for this virtual conference. Secondly, I want to again just reiterate that I know it was hard to pick. There was so many great sessions. We had 12 sessions today, and when you're only able to pick 2. So besides the one that you went to, keep an eye out for information. The information will come as the rest of the conference has from my email, the anita@nmmesa.org. We will give you information as to where to access the conference resource page. So we will be creating it. All of our sessions will be uploaded. Any documentation in the different workshops will be uploaded. So you will get a chance to check out anything that you might have missed, or if there was anything you wanted to share out or use for your classroom or revisit, you will have the opportunity for all of that. If you can just be patient and give us about a week, it does take quite a while to download and get all the videos up for view and all the other stuff. So the resource page should be out in about a week, but it will be up, just so that you guys can have it for future view. And then the last thing I want to know is, the survey link, 99.9%, it works great, but sometimes with tablets or, possibly other items, the survey link may not have worked. But if you did have issues with opening a survey link or completing a survey link, we really want to capture your attendance and your information. So just, if you can just shoot me an email. All the conference notifications came from my email account. So just reply back to that one, and I can resend any conference, the session survey links that you need if you did not get a chance to access them during your session. So in the question, I actually see some come up. That is a great question. Right now, this is our first national conference. So we are excited and we're proud to have been able to have brought this to you. And, the virtual world made this possible to be able to gather advisors from all across the country that aren't necessarily part of our national competition. We did start at our national competition as a complement to that, a national convening. But this has been an in-person convening. So, the attendance has been, advisors and students that have been at our national conference. So look for more great things to come from our, this was a trailblazing historic event. So thank you all for being part of it. We now will take your survey information, our feedback, and hopefully this might be a mainstay. So I think there was a lot of great information to come from this. And I was really excited at the opportunity to be able to network with all of you from across the country. So I do want to thank, again, before we leave, I want to again thank all of the Mesa USA NEDC committee who put this together, and all the content from the different workshops from all the different states. Each one of us individually could not have provided the content that was available in this conference. So it really took an cumulative effort from all of us and all the different skills that we all have to be able to provide, content that was available here today. I also want to thank all the Mesa USA directors for all of your support and the permission to go forth, and just all of your continued guidance and leadership with our Mesa USA Collaborative. So with that, I am going to go ahead and pass it off to Rudy, our executive director, Mr. McCormick from Arizona. At the end of the session, I will stay on for a minute or so. If there are any last, questions or closing out comments, but we'll leave it to Rudy to close us out.
Thank you very much, Anita. And again, congratulations to both you and to the NEDC committee. It's one thing to do everything that's needed to put together an annual competition that challenges our students across the state, but it's another in the time of a pandemic to actually be able to do something like what occurred today. You know, to know that we started the day with over 100 participants on the line here, hungry for this information, hungry to know how we can kind of take these ideas to middle school and high school youth to begin to engage them in this work is incredible. And so again, just want to congratulate you and your leadership and the entire NEDC committee. Want to thank, of course, all of the presenters, many representing MESA staff, but I know that folks called upon others to make these presentations possible too. We definitely want to thank David Coronado for joining us from the Lemelson Foundation, and then also Kamal Sinclair for providing just a very thought-provoking kickoff to this event. So thank you very much. Just a few thoughts kind of as we've gone through the day. I think it's been a great event. So let's try to kind of just capture a few slides to try to tell the story. And let me see here if I can. Yes. So, you know, I think I just kind of take us back to, you know, the vision and mission that were presented at the beginning, because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day as well, this is what it's all about. This is what the program started 50 years ago, kind of envisioning where we could go. 50 years back, there were people that kind of looked forward, that kind of envisioned that different future, and created this organization. And it's an organization that has stood the test of time. It's an organization that has had that emphasis on serving those who have traditionally been underrepresented in STEM education. And that is so important. And it's because of that focus that we've seen all the success. It's that type of focus that has us be able to bring in somebody from the Lemelson Foundation, and that they can look back and say, hey, I'm not just here to kind of introduce a speaker. I'm a product of the program. I'm a product of the program. I've been a part of it. David has led it now here, providing this different type of support. So I think we come back to, you know, the vision and mission of MESA. I also think that, you know, in our National Engineering Design Competition, that these are these three areas that we're really trying to focus in on. And as a national body, I think that we're trying to work on the development of a curriculum, providing more access to resources, which was what today was all about. Again, people from 10 different or from 8 different states came together today, and they shared best practices around equity. We're looking forward to the summer when we host the National Engineering Design Competition. We've got a very unique opportunity where our colleagues from Oregon are going to go ahead and lead us through another professional development that's really going to bring these three topics together: the human-centered design, designing for equity, and then also invention education, which we've kind of touched upon. We've had some ideas. Oregon really has been doing this work for quite a while, and we're excited about what that means when we get to all kind of come onto this same page and start to take these three ideas, put them in front of our students, and see where they take us. That's a pretty exciting place to be. So what was the idea that kind of I walk away with? I kind of typed up this statement, and I don't know, I'm not sure, but it's where I think we're going. I'm excited by it. I feel like it's a little bit bold. So MESA is committed to engaging diverse youth in invention education that can result in patentable, I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm gonna say it is today, in patentable solutions to today's and tomorrow's equity challenges. That's what we gathered today for. In a time of a pandemic, we gathered today to discuss this topic. And I urge us to think about how we continue to take this work forward. I'm gonna read it one more time. MESA is committed to engaging diverse youth in invention education that can result in patentable solutions to today's and tomorrow's equity challenges. It's quite a bold statement, but I take us back to that history 50 years ago. And what must have been a pretty bold statement back then, creating an organization that would go beyond maybe a classroom environment that might kind of venture out into a state, a small one like California, that might make its way across states, make its way all the way to the East Coast. It's a pretty bold thinking that we come from. We've seen the results of this. This is what our organization is all about. And I think that we are at that point where now we have an opportunity to take all this work that we've done to provide equity opportunities to our students, but now engage our students in creating those equitable solutions to today's and tomorrow's issues around equity. And so I'm just really excited. I'm excited. It was an amazing day today. And, I think that part of what I think about is, we think about kind of being in a pandemic, and it can be tough. If I sit here and I think about where we're at right now, it's tough. It's tough. I hear about kind of our educators and where they're at right now, and it's tough. Hear about our students, and it's tough. But when we start to kind of focus on the future, it starts to get a little bit easier. And so I think a lot of what Kamal talked about, as I sat in on these workshop sessions, I had over 30 participants in each session, that a lot of what people were talking about was, how do we focus on the future? How do we get our students excited about that? Well, I think we've started. And the last thing that I'll say is that it's not just to have our students focus on the future, but it's also for us as well. That the conversation around equity cannot end today. We need everybody to take these ideas that were presented to us, to take these tools that were presented, to take them back out there. If we're MESA staff, it's how do we use these to engage our teachers? If we're MESA advisors, teachers, how do we use all of this to start to engage our students? So the conversation can't end today. The conversation ends today, then to some extent we failed. And while failure is okay in MESA, we want to make sure that we don't fail on this, that we keep on moving forward, that we keep moving our students forward, move the organization forward, and work towards that equitable future that our students can really contribute to. With that, again, thank you to everybody for participating. Please fill out all the surveys. I'm gonna turn it back over to Anita, but just thank you, great job. Our thanks to everybody. We also want to kind of continue to hear from people. You use something, you come across something, please bring it back to us. Bring it back to MESA staff, share it with your colleagues. again, it's important work that we're doing, and we want to keep on doing it, and you all will continue to inform it. Thank you. Anything else, Anita?
Yes, sorry, I was moving my mute around. Let me change up my view here. There we go. So no, again, those were excellent words to close on, Rudy. I think just this focus on equity as a national organization is very important. It's very timely. And teachers, I just want to say that we support you, we see you, we recognize you. We know that this is a struggle right now. And MESA is here to help you as best as we can. We hope you all got a lot of tools out of today, or at least, you know, maybe some inspiration going forward, and to that we can all tackle this together. You know, MESA USA is a collaborative of many states, many teachers, many advisors, and I'm just very proud, and I feel very proud and inspired today. So with that, I think those are good words to close on. So I will place the Padlet link one more time, just so it's here, but you all are dismissed. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us. It's been a pleasure. NEDC committee, if you can stay on, but everybody, or other than that, enjoy. Nice to see you all. Bye-bye. One big wave.